You have all the good intentions of going grocery shopping, buying all the good whole foods, but you end up loading your cart with a little bit too much snacks than you would like. So today, rather than giving you some very specific nutrition advice and the science behind it, I'm going to give you some non-nutrition, nutrition advice on how to snack less. Tip number 1, shop after a meal if you can. More than likely, you're going to be really full after eating a meal. Therefore, when you actually go into the groceries like I am now, you're going to make more logical choices when buying things, and conversely buy less things that are going to be more in the snack category. This is because you're not ravenous, therefore you're not trying to inhale the entire grocery shop, but just buy what you need. Tip number 2, get a smaller shopping cart. This means you're going to fill it up with less shit, therefore you're just going to fill it up with things that you actually need and not unnecessary junk. Tip number 3, shop with a shopping list. This kind of really just helps you to narrow down what you actually need to get based on what you actually need and not what you want. And particularly when you actually write down a list, you're going to cross out a couple of things on your list because, hey, let's face it, you don't always need that sleeve of cookies that Cookie Monster asks you to get. And then once you've got a list, just look out for what you really need, chuck that in, and you're done. Here's an extra tip for you as well. Try to shop on the outside aisles. These are generally places where they store most of the fresh produce like meat, fruits and veg, dairy, and try to avoid the inside aisles as much as you can, because these are generally the aisles that store ultra processed foods. Not they're bad, but it's just places that are going to tempt you a little bit more, particularly if you're on a diet or a fat loss phase. So yeah, hopefully those tips help, and if you're doing all of those to your best abilities, you probably would end up leaving the grocery shops in about 15 to 20 minutes with kind of a whole car full of fresh produce, maybe a couple of treats here and there, but definitely not a 50-50 split. Hope this helps.